It's the Game of the MTGO Show.
Well, this is a good start to a Reign of Filth step. Step 1. Draft something you cannot sack to Reign of Filth. Wait, no. Oh, you're saying Reign of Filth doesn't stack, whereas Bubbling Muck does. Sure. Gotcha. I could see Channel and Reign of Filth going into the same deck. I think I'm just taking this Preordain. There's that Doomsday card I was talking about. Reign of Filth does help you cast a Doomsday. Get that triple black. Awkward to pass this Thoughtseize. Especially because Doomsday wheels, like, all the time. What if we passed it and it didn't come back? Thoughtseize cuts black better, though. We really do want to cut black. Alright. I'm gonna listen to myself. Also, Reign of Filth doesn't have to be Doomsday, right? It could just be Storm. You like wheeling it? I like wheeling it, too. Thoughtseize is like a signal to put someone into black, and I don't really want that. Not to the left of me. Yeah, this is a decidedly unfilthy pack, isn't it? Just grab an Edict here. We just passed Reanimate, so... Reanimate's a bit more narrow than Thoughtseize, right? And we'll actually play Thoughtseize in this deck. Like, you shouldn't just be signaling just for signals. You should also be drafting cards that you actively want to play. I don't want Reanimate in my Storm deck. Why would I take it? Deck successfully filthified. I'm gonna grab Oracle in case that Doomsday comes back. Another day, another successful step. Hashtag nailed it. Reanimate for Oracle and not Doomsday piles. Sure. Pretty niche. Especially in comparison to Preordain. A little on the niche side. Preordain probably a little bit more consistent in your Doomsday deck. Or Storm deck, right? Like, we weren't locked into Doomsday at that point either. Still aren't. The artist that did the new Imperial Seals was selling one at auction, an artist proof with a painted back, and the back had like a seal wearing a crown. This is an Imperial Seal, same. I was selling for some dummy thick amount. Oh, what about Prism? Maybe Prism's better. This is the Doomsday pack, right? Maybe someone that passed the Thassa's Oracle, grab the Doomsday on spec. The one time I want it, right? Does Graveyard Hate like Leyline do anything versus Doomsday? Not generally, Eldron. It has to be like a really unique game for Graveyard Hate to matter. Like, you have your turn 1 Leyline and you Thoughtseize them and you see either one of Thassa's Oracle in their hand or something. It's just like extremely unlikely. Yeah, maybe we're green-black Titania the whole time. The whole time, I say. Amazing McWin sauce. Amazing. Forgot your win con. Very awkward pack here with Demonic Tutor and Dark Ritual. I feel like if we're Reign of Filthing, we're more of a Dark Ritual deck than a D-Tutor deck, but I mean, you want both, right? You want both in Storm. Assuming you manage to get Storm together. Yeah, I like how we have, like, a worse version of Dark Ritual and a worse version of the Tutor already. Yeah, Voidwalker and Mox Diamond are really high picks for me, but I'm going to take this Brain Freeze. Gonna prioritize a win con now that we don't have Doomsday. Maybe wheel that Helm. Starting to look like an LED deck, huh? Brain freeze yourself if the Oracle is around. I would board in the Oracle if my opponent had an Eldrazi. I wouldn't start by trying to brain freeze myself. The Oracle just like adds a... It's just like a redundant combo piece, right? And not redundant as in like another piece that does a thing. Redundant as in you've already won the game and now Oracle looks at you in your hand, you know? And you draw it and it does nothing. Maybe redundant's the wrong word for that. But no, I don't like it. You can very rarely afford to have a dead card in your combo deck. You would rather lose the occasional game against Eldrazi, which you might lose even if you have the Oracle in your deck, right? Because you don't necessarily have the info. Yeah, think about Force Negation versus Paradoxical. Really don't like Paradoxical here. We just have like 2 artifacts so far. I don't think we're going to have many at the end. I also don't like the Force Negation. Faithless Looting is kind of cool for beating Echo. I guess I grab it and pray. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We just need Breach or Yogg's Will, huh? I'll have a pretty groovy deck here. I think I like Bolas's Citadel here. There's a really good chance that, like, I'll regret passing this Mox Opal, and the Mox Opal would be insane. Like, we have 1 Mox already and a Pented Prism. So, like, depending how the rest of this pack goes, depending how pack 3 goes, it could be, like, really nutty, right? Get another Mox or 2. If we take that Mox Diamond earlier, I'd be into this Mox Opal. But Citadel is, like, a really good Storm card. And it's a way to actually, like, build Storm and win, which is currently what we're missing, right? Yeah, the Troll would be a good fixer. I'm just going to take this Tar Pit. Currently, the Troll helps us fix for the Badlands for a red card that we may or may not even play. The Tar Pit fixes for the cards that we definitely want to play, right? So even though it comes to play tapped, it's still a little bit better here. So we do have a Corpse Dance for that Grizzlebrand. The Brainstorm's not bad though, huh? Especially with Citadel here. Like, you use Brainstorm to set up Citadel really clean. We have 1 Shuffle effect with the Imperial Seal. I think that's hard. I think that's a hard pick. It would be really fun to do the Tin Fins thing with Grizzlebrand. Haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna take the Brainstorm though. Really close, I think. Interesting. How do y'all feel about Beseech the Mirror here? Right now we only have 2 things to sack to it. I don't love the Voidwalker, even though we could play it turn 1 pretty clean. Metamorphose would be good if we were playing red, but I'm really not sure of that. Let's try Beseech. I haven't really gotten to mess with that card. The Helm's another one to sack. Top would be good now, with between like Helm and Bolas's Citadel. Can you use Beseech with Citadel and sack the Citadel to it? Like, play it off of it? I think so, yeah. Yeah, why not? So this pack is between Talisman of Dominance and Library for me. I'm kind of leaning... Fuck, I don't know. I was going to say Talisman, because it's another thing to sack to Beseech the Mirror. Library could be really good, though. Like, just like a draw engine that just is there. just chill there and draw an extra every turn until you kill them with tendrils. Yeah, that's where I want to be. It's such a good talisman, right? I'm going to Library. Entomb if I'd had faith in that Grizzlebrand. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Barty Boost, thanks for gifting a sub to Sound of Muzak. Congrats, Sound. How about Memory Jar? I'm just going to draw 7 in here. Jeez, just really not my pack. I guess it's Dig Through Time. Dig Through Time's kind of cool with Reign of Filth. Awkward card with Citadel. Inquisition's okay. Spellbomb's alright. 1 more potential sack to Beseech. Becomes free with the Helm too. Yeah, it's not the best Helm deck in terms of things to actually make cheaper. I think I want the discard. How bad is this workshops? Like, we could turn one Bolas' Citadel, Mox Jet, Dark Ritual, Mishra's Workshop, Citadel. How do you lose? How do you lose? Entomb would get Echo. Yeah, maybe I should have jammed that. Entomb for the draw 7. Yeah, this deck really could use the top, but we do have these cantrips. That's kind of nice. Hello, Yawgmoth's Will. Feels like that Yog's Will was pretty important. Not as good with Reign of Filth as it is with Dark Ritual. We haven't seen Cabal Ritual, right? Don't have a lot of looks to see it, but it would be great here. I dig this Urborg. I dig it. Do we have enough cards? We do not. Maybe I can't afford it. Is there any filler? Yeah, sort of. Sort of, not really. I could play like Lantern and stuff. Oh, here we go. Let's grab the Coveted Jewel. Perfect. Intuition. What would your intuition pile look like? Would you only cast it if you already had the Yog's Will? Oh, the Talisman Wield. Oh, that's so good. I don't love this Emery, but maybe it's okay. It's like a really bad Mystic Forge deck, right? There's just not much in here. I guess I'm supposed to take this Kaido. Kind of hate it. Emery does stock the graveyard. Yeah, I might have to play some garbage. Paradoxical, Intuition, Oracle, Lantern. Don't think I can justify Liliana in here, even if it is a cool one to play. Turn 1 off Dark Ritual. Yeah, I think the Grizzlebrand plan would have worked out. That's all right. Oh, Kaido can help in the Echo. That's kind of cool. I think these are the interesting filler cards. Yeah, I really don't think we have the stuff for Paradoxical. I think it's like a little bit worse than the other two options. Good Intuition for Echo. That's kind of cute. I wish we had a third ritual, either LED or Cabal Ritual. I would love that. So this is 10 black sources and 6, 7, 8 blue sources. We do need triple black for Beseech the Mirror, but we get there with Dark Ritual, Reign of Filth, and Urborg too, you know. I got Prism here. Turn 1 drain for 8. How do you lose? How do you lose? We can't even Citadel next turn. Wait, yeah, we can. No, we can't. We'd be one short. So I think we're just like playing this Prism. I don't think they pay royalties, No Man's Ham. I don't think YouTube pays royalties on anything. People monetize their ads and stuff. But you're right, it does autoplay like really bad shit. All those 2-hour mixes. I want there to be a setting where I just like block any video from autoplaying if it's more than like 15 minutes or something. I'll just never want that. Spelunkin'. Opponent going into the cave over there. Do we want to draw with library first? I feel like no. I think I want to have a black mana up. Storm count of 3. Time to get filthy! Oh man, perfect. The perfect spot for it. This is work. Probably should have thought about it a little bit before I don't think we tendrils first, right? We just Yogg's Will here and then rebuy the rituals. Yeah, because we'd be short if we tendrils and then Yogg's Will and then Dark Ritual and we'd only have 3 and we wouldn't be able to replay the tendies. God, we could seal again. Or Preordain. The game has ended. Not bad. Cool. Yeah, I dug that, huh? That wasn't bad. Who needs a Tinker for Citadel? Just play. I like that we got to Imperial Seal for the Stip card. And have it be good, too. Oh, sweet. Was that turn 3? Yes, it was, right? We went turn 1 Library, right? And then turn 2 Prism. Turn 3 Deju. I don't know whether to keep this or not. Well, I don't know what we're beseeching for here. Kind of a lot of lands, too. Hell yeah. Super don't mind discarding here, right? Because it fuels the dig through time. It's like I'm discarding Lotus Petals into play. Uh-oh, they didn't attack all this time. It's kind of difficult to explain how little I care about Portal to Phyrexia. I think they should have cast this Kugla against me and just started beating down. Trying to decide if that flash is scary or not. So I could dig through time here. I think the mana under the prism might be valuable, though. I feel like there's a win here, right? Just like beseeching for Dark Ritual. And then Yawgmoth's Will, replay the Mox Jet. Does this line involve dig through timing at all? Tinker for Citadel. There's no Tinker in this deck. And yeah, please don't backseat. So the current storm count is 0. We beseech for Ritual, that's +2. Yawgmoth's Will is 3. Play Ritual, play Jet from the graveyard. Goes up to 5. Beseech goes up to 6. It's like not quite there, right? It feels like it's there, but it's like not quite there. Let's dig. Can I dig this Helm? Yeah, I'm gonna grab Helm and then I don't know, just Imperial Seal for Dark Ritual. I don't know what this Beseech is doing then. What if I'm supposed to get Echo here? And next turn I use Kaido to loot away Echo. Just play a draw 7. Sorry about the tank here, folks. Storm counts 3. I could wish Intuition for 3 lands. And then play Yogg-Will off that. So that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still in the 8. I think I'm just playing Talisman here. Just like that. That line that I totally thought through all the way. Yep, knew where that was ending as soon as I cast my first spell. All planned out there. Math to perfection. Be cool to see if this Intuition does anything. Maybe we go get Mox, Dark Ritual. Assuming we had our 3rd land to actually cast the Intuition, of course. Well, they found the red source. I guess we take 3rd path here then. Just slow them down a little bit. Oh, we just tutored up for Reign of Filth again, J.K. Smith. Let's sack our 2 lands. Nice. Still not sure what my 3rd grab should be with this Intuition. I almost want to get like Citadel or something. So we Reign of Filth, whatever the other spell is, Yawgmoth's Will, Stormcast of 3. Maybe we're supposed to get a land here. Maybe it's supposed to be Beseech again. Just to build Storm Count. So I'm going to assume they put Moxjet and Dark Ritual to the graveyard. What about Preordain? Oh yeah, getting a land's bad, because we can sack to the Reign of Filth first and get that land back with Yogg's Will. Preordain's kind of interesting. Yeah, let's try and win. Why not? Oh, I'm gonna be casting it twice in this turn, Luca. So I think Preordain's better. Do I just want to cast a Citadel? I don't think so. Doesn't feel like enough, does it? We play a land. We get 2 mana out of it. Oh my god, the land I played doesn't get the sack ability. I only get 1 mana out of it. Awkward. Well, I'm glad I tapped it before I ran it out before I went too deep. Alright, so 5 mana here. I think this might be like a shitty mini tendrils. And I wish that I'd grabbed something else besides Preordain, Probably should have played the Citadel. Gotta decide if I want to sack a land to Preordain before tendrilsing. Go 1 deeper. Rain again? Rain doesn't, oh, I guess Rain would be mana neutral. This would be the same amount of mana. It would be 5 mana, but we'd have Storm +1. That just doesn't quite get you there, right? We go up to Storm kind of 6. We play 1 more 1 mana card. That goes up to 7, and then Tendrils is 8. Yeah. So I definitely jumped the gun here. Thought there might be something there, and there super wasn't. Had a lot of time, too. Wasn't, like, under very much pressure. We knew what the opponent's hand was. Oh, well. Yeah, the only reason to go off that quickly, to, like, jump the gun like that, like I did, is if you're worried about the opponent drawing into a counter, which they could do, but I really should have waited a few more turns, right? A few more land drops, a couple more spells, then it's just a win. A little too big for my britches. Our out Screaming Tar Pit? I don't think so. I think our out is Brain Freeze. We have Echo to shuffle things back in, but we won't be able to shuffle Dark Ritual or Tendrils back in because those are gone. Yep. Sure. There's draw 7s in the deck, easy rares life. It doesn't matter if we bottomed Brain Freeze or not. I'm not hoping to top deck a single Brain Freeze and cast a single Brain Freeze and have that win the game, right? Obviously, I needed to do other things in a turn to build the Storm. And I'm sitting here with 1 card in hand. My opponent has me on a 2-turn clock. So I don't think my plan was to top deck a single Brain Freeze and be like, huzzah! A Brain Freeze! Bill you for 3, win the game! Probably not my plan when I'm talking about it as outs. Might not be a line. What if there is one? I think it's going to involve a draw 7. Somehow. It's not a relevant thing, MTGOs. That's not something you want to be focusing on right now. You just want to cast your Brainstorm, see if there's anything there. Move on to the next game. The less you clutter yourself with irrelevant info, the more you can focus on the stuff that matters, right? How would them topping or bottoming change your line? All right. I'm going to play it a little slower this time. A little calmer, maybe. Maybe. I do empty Cheons. I do want to be a dick about it. I apologize for addressing your question. How about that? Ooh, a one critter hand. So they got Council's Judgment. So I don't think we want to just run out of Helm of Awakening. Probably want to chill on it until it's an actual combo turn. Might self-brain freeze here to stock the Yawgmoth's Will a little bit. There's an Echo in there. Echo might help them more than myself. Absolutely not Quixotic. Then you see the stream title? Chill vibes only here. Am I supposed to Inquisition here? Can I still in Helm? Yeah, Inquisition, and then Helm, and then Echo. Well, that's a lot of mana. One awkward thing about Thought Seizing, I really do want to Thought Seize, but it does take us off of Library, and I think we need to activate Library. Super awkward. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I liked the draw 7, is it turned the Library on. And then it also helped us hit a land drop that turn. There might have been something with Will there, but it didn't look like it was quite there. Now Robert's gonna, like, exile my tendrils. I wonder if the Brainstorm being in my graveyard might end up mattering. Do we just fucking go for it? So we Dark Ritual, Reign of Filth, Thoughtseize, Memory Jar. That's a storm count of 4, right? Feels like we have a shitload of mana floating. They go minus 7 cards. So we have 4 mana available. Talisman is minus 1 mana. Talisman's mana neutral. Hell yeah. Yeah, one cool thing about going off with Jar is it makes it way easier to brain freeze somebody. Oh, this is a bummer. So we already made our land drop. It would be really cool to Beseech the Mirror for the Talisman to play the brain freeze, but yeah, we already burned that. But we could Intuition. Or play that fucking thing. I almost fucking clicked my card to play it there. Oh, I could have Intuition for a black... Oh, all of our black cards are already in the bin, right? I don't think I could get 3 1-mana things. Well, there's Mox Jet, too. And the 1-mana artifact. Yeah, Intuition was better. It would have been +1 Storm. I think we're good, though. I'm not sure why you're telling me this, Mark. I'm not sure why you thought that was a comment you needed to make. So in terms of counter magic, it's this Cryptic Command. Cryptic Command, lose focus, Mystic Confluence. And then everything else is threats. They do have some fast threats, but they don't have like the really fast ones, right? They don't have Ragavan, they don't have Lelia. With some 2-drops. One of which with haste. A lot of Planeswalkers we don't really care about. There is a Shatter effect. There's a few Shatter effects. Yeah, a lot of their interaction is like permanent based, which we get to dodge. Kind of nice. Yeah, if we needed one more Storm, we could have Intuition for like Soul Guide Lantern, Thoughtseize, whatever. Pendant Prism. Pendant Prism's mana neutral there. With a Helm in play. I mean, Pendant Prism's always mana neutral. But yeah, that would have been good. Baby, I got you. Oh, now YouTube can play the next song. Oh, ship it up. Hey, Grishnanks, thanks for the 41 months. Yeah, hopefully Library does a little something. Deciding if I want to preordain this next turn. I think I do. It could take me further away from Citadel, though. If we find Citadel real quick. Oh, never mind. Perfect. I mean, I could just get Kaido looting. Play Mox, play Kaido. I think I'm not going to do that. Pretty happy about that preordain. Hand's starting to look like a Storm hand, huh? Yeah, not surprised to see an answer to this Mox Jet. Possible I shouldn't have run it out. I should have discarded 2 cards instead. Or discard 1 in a turn and activate Library in the opponent's turn. Cool thing is, it is still fuel in the graveyard for the Yawgmoth's Will, right? Yeah, they only have so many counters, so getting that one out of their hands pretty nice. I thought about just playing the Prism and then chilling, saving the Thoughtseize for the combo turn. And then I was worried about running into more Shatter effects, whereas Prism could be like a free Storm count. Oh, they played the Grim Monolith to get one more Soldier token. I guess that makes sense. Might already have a win here, I'm not sure. Might regret bidding that workshop. It's like kind of cute with the helm, right? Well, don't have to worry about that cryptic. Alright, folks, we've reached the combo turn. Trying to figure out if I have the mana to Inquisition the opponent or not. What if I don't full combo? What if I just, like, do a mini tendrils here and then have a lethal will next turn? Storm count to 1. So you Dark Ritual here, have 5 mana, lose 2 for Helm, go down to 3. Prism's mana neutral, Soul Guide Lantern's mana neutral. Jogmoth's Will, go down to 1, Dark Ritual, play land. Play a 1 mana spell, play tendrils. Alright, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that only a storm of 7? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's 6 cards being played here. And then you flashback Dark Ritual and you flashback a 1 mana spell. So that'd be 8. That's 16 damage. Play Lantern twice. If I sack it, it's still only 18, right? Yeah, it's not really better. Sacking the Lantern. Paying a mana to sack the Lantern. Oh, you can sack it for free. Yeah, I see. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. Still only 18. Very close, though. Super fucking close. Oh, the storm's won already, because I Inquisitioned. I want us just to win, then. I guess I'll do that. I like if I just started casting spells, I would have gotten there. But I almost, like, thought myself out of it. Yay. Yeah, I guess the really important thing about that turn is remembering to sack the Soul Guide before you play the Will. I think just doing the Value Tendrils was very likely to win the next turn, too. Like, just Value Tendrils to gain, like, 10 life or whatever, and then Will next turn. This is the spot where I really wish we had a Tinker in the deck, Oh, cool. Should I draw now? Inti is such a fast clock. I almost like going to discard and feeling this dig through time. I should probably seal though, Interesting. That might make Brain Freeze a better kill. Just thinking. I think this is a tricky spot, huh? That's what I fucking think. Yeah, I mean, you can Dark Ritual, Beseech, then Yogg's Will back. Mox Jet, Dark Ritual, and then Beseech again. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 3 is only 21. Can we get enough mana to Memory Jar and try and just like YOLO into Brain Freeze? What if we don't flashback Beseech the Mirror? What if we just Yawgmoth's Will flashback our mana and then Jar here? Beseech would be -1 mana getting Brain of Filth. But then the Yawgmoth's Will flashes back the Mox Jet, right? So it's like mana neutral, just building Storm. So if we simply cast Beseech here for Brain Freeze, that's 8 times 3 is 24. We could play like one more spell first, right? Like play the Lantern. Because we got 4 mana face up and then another from sacking. So what is that? That'd be +1. 9 times 3 would be 27. They have 29 cards in their library. So that's frustrating. That's very close. Seal for Brain Freeze and draw with the Lantern. That's not better than just Beseeching for Brain Freeze. It's not different. Only 1 blue mana here. Recast Filth doesn't... recasting Filth is mana neutral. Isn't it one more spell? Oh yeah, Seal into Lantern into the Brain Freeze. There's not enough mana though, right? So we have 5 mana. No, I guess you're right. I guess that's 3. No, it's the same. It's the same, friend. Because you'd Beseech and then you'd be able to play one more other spell. So it's +3. Whereas your line uses all the mana, so it's still 3. Prism, Imperial Seal for Prism, that doesn't work. If they don't kill me. I mean, we're like pretty dead on board. Also, putting them into 2 cards in their library, they like draw, attack, right? They don't have to activate in team. Beseech does increase the storm count by 2. Yeah, we've been counting that. So we have 5 mana here. If you play the Beseech, plus the spell that you get, that's +2. And then we'd have 1 more mana to play 1 more spell. If you Imperial Seal for something and then Lantern, that takes you 2 mana to draw with the Lantern, right? So we'd have exactly enough to draw the Brain Freeze and cast it, but it's still only +3. I think I just don't have a win here, and maybe I should stop wasting my opponent's time. It's very close, though. It's like frustratingly close. Filth does not add mana, a limited world. The island that I have in play, I can already sack for a mana. Reign of Filth is -1 mana. It's the same thing as casting any other 1 mana do nothing. If you Seal plus Lantern, you have to play the Lantern and then crack it. That takes 2 mana. And then the Imperial Seal takes 1 mana. That's 3 mana, right? Now you need 2 mana for the Brain Freeze. We only have 5 mana available. If you could somehow cast Reign of Filth for 0, you are correct. That would do it. But we simply do not have that. See the deck with Brain Freeze? We could do that. I could literally like just do chat's line and then they can stop telling me to do it. Because it's the exact same fucking thing. I was Beseeching. Tendrils doesn't let me win. They're at 25. And then there's no way to win next turn. Let's cast Seal and see what's in the deck. So casting Arena Filth again does not generate mana at this point. There is no way for that to work. But we can see their deck at least. Embercleave, Fury, Ragavan. Yeah, this is a much better aggro deck against us, huh? Much faster than our previous opponent. A bunch of burn in there too. Chain Lightning, Firebolt. Yeah, Inti, Ragavan, those are terrifying cards to face. Especially with Embercleave in the deck too. GG. I didn't see a way to win that way, Shibuya. Remember that the opponent's hitting me for 5 lifelink? So if you do a mini tendrils for 3, like you're still fucking... They're still gaining a bunch of life. They're going up to 30, you know? You're still in like the same hole that you were the turn previous. Buy time to Brain Freeze the next? The Brain Freeze would be less the next turn. Because we would have used all of our Storm to live with the tendrils. That doesn't work, Chebrasheka. Shadow Spear did do work there for sure. How's the night going? Going pretty well, Pleasantries. We had one viewer get irritated at me because they asked me to do something that I didn't want to do, and I explained why I wasn't going to do it. But everything else has been real chill vibes. Yeah, I like explaining why I'm not going to do something so that people don't ask me to do it every single time. But I guess that rubbed them the wrong way. You go beat them up? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Everyone has a right to be irritated, right? Everyone's got a mixture of days. I know I certainly have days. I certainly have my days, too. Ooh. We haven't had a draw like this, where the workshops actually looks interesting. The memory jar also might make it like real easy to kill with Brain Freeze. You can crack the jar, burn all your spells and stuff, and then end of turn, if you made sure to have 2 mana up, you go back to the next hand, to the original hand, and you have an opportunity to Brain Freeze them. You've never had a day? Never ever? I guess some folks are just built different. Should I just crack jar here and see what I get? I kind of dig it. I kind of dig that. Unlikely to have a Brain Freeze kill on turn 3 or whatever. But we could still like hit our land drop, fill up our graveyard and all that stuff. Turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Monastery Mentors. Terrifying. Yeah, let's fucking go. I gotta say, this is not very exciting. We're like discarding Yawgmoth's Will while filling up our graveyard. Well, we can get this Lantern into play and Edict the opponent. Play a land for turn. And then when we go back to our other hand, we'll have the mana up to sack the Lantern. Get another card deeper. Is Memory Jar too strong for Legacy? I don't know. Yeah, I was hoping to find like Helm or something, but this isn't the worst. No ugly paintings. It would have been better to just like play a Brainstorm to try and hit a land drop than what you're suggesting. Why not Thoughtseize? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of questions get answered just simply by letting the turn evolve, Now that's an interesting fucking draw. Now that's an interesting draw. I actually think this Jewel might be better than the Citadel. Because we're only at 10 life. There's not very many lives. Also, doesn't Jewel trigger on attack? This might be help me deck them. I don't think this Beseech the Mirror helps me at all. I could sack the Coveted Jewel, but they're like kind of close to killing me already. I think I want to like Preordain here or Brainstorm. What happens if all I do is Preordain Brainstorm? Brain Freeze. 1, 2, 3, and just do 4. Just 12 cards. It's like not nearly enough, We need to like Preordain here or Brainstorm here and find a Dark Ritual or a Reign of Filth is what we need. Let's lead on Preordain. Awkward. So we'd only be milling 15 cards. That's just like not enough, If we found one of our 2 rituals, then all of a sudden you've got like Dark Ritual into Beseech the Mirror. And I think you just get there. Just thinking here for a sec. Really worried about the opponent killing me, but maybe I just have to plan towards next turn, I could play like Dig Through Time here. Beseech is funny with Jewel. Yeah, I almost just like sacked it. But I thought there was a chance that I could win this turn. So I played towards that instead. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Dig Through Time. Ritual and Prism? I don't think so, friend. Oh, that very specifically. I guess that would work. It's not like that crazy either, because we've got the not just Ritual, but also Reign of Filth. So Reign of Filth could let me Beseech here. The issue is it doesn't let me do anything after that, right? We would just be sacking the Jewel and getting some nothing. Deck could have really used a Black Lotus, in my opinion. I think I'm just supposed to grab Reign of Filth Inquisition, set up for next turn. Yeah, an LED could have done work, yeah. There's not still a land drop. No, I played my land so I could play that Dig Through Time. I don't know, Helior. On board, I'm not dead. But I've obviously been trying to go off, right? For a reason, because they do have kill pressure. But just wasting spells doesn't do anything for me, right? If there's not a win there. Yeah, not a useful question. I was hoping this doesn't find them a Lightning Bolt or Embercleave, Well, it didn't find them an instant for combat, at least. Start thinking what I want to do with this Beseech. I guess there's Helm, We could just Echo and look for a Tendrils win. I kind of hate it, though. The post-combat Hellrider. I think that does it. Well, there's still Dark Ritual, but there are not 3 spells left in the deck to Intuition for him. I don't think it really matters. I mean, 7 times 3 is already there, right? 21, or at 20. Time to Eldrazi check. Cool. Flashback Echo. See if we can find tendrils here. To game 3 we go. Only 7 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll come back and we'll play this. This is the finals, right? That's not bad. All right. Game 3 on the draw. I feel bad for my opponent. I'm like 13 minutes behind them. Not usually in that spot. Yeah, the one drop on the play. The deck's so good in this matchup. The only thing that would make it worse is if they had like a Thalia or something. Usually you would wait until your opponent's turn to draw, but I want to bin this Echo. So have it available as a 3-mana thing. I don't think our deck's very likely to win on turn 3 if I go for it. If I was trying to go for it on turn 3 specifically, I would seal for Ritual there. Well, that's interesting, huh? This fucking Shadow Spear. Storm count 1. If I Dark Ritual out the Helm, I'm gonna Beseech for right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is not enough, right? Cool. Yeah, I just minimized chat there for the last that last game. I was like, there's no benefit. Just would have been distracted myself. Yeah, the opponent saw the writing on the wall. Plenty of Storm at that point. Intuition to set up the Yawgmoth's Will, paying off a bit there, Yeah, kind of cool how the Bauble ended up being just like a consistent 2 Storm with Helm. Like 0 mana plus 2 Storm ended up being like kind of relevant several times over the course of that. I was mostly running the Bauble as like another thing to sack to Beseech, or like a cantrip to get into the top card with Imperial Seal. that sort of thing. Draw a card if I've got Citadel going, you know, just like a lot of little things. Not really playing it for the graveyard hate, right? But yeah, it ended up being relevant. Nice. Second trophy on the day, right? And that was a stip too. That was the Reign of Filth stip. Reign of Filth got there. Did some filthy stuff.